Hello everybody, Deuces here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today I have something special. We are actually going to be taking a look at one of my most favorite helicopters here in the sim, the H135. This H135 is a full-fledged helicopter from Hype Performance Group. It is also a very 110% free helicopter. I will be linking that in the description as well, so go make sure you check it out. The H135 has come a long ways since it was first released in the sim. It actually was one of the first helicopters to be released for the sim. The helicopter is 100% modeled. It is also 100% working with numerous liveries that come installed with the package and a very simple to use flight system. The controls are some of the best controls I've used in a helicopter, and they have multiple different modes within the helicopter to fit your playstyle or your proficiency level with helicopters. So just looking at the helicopter, it looks very beautiful. There are thousands of liveries you can download on the marketplace, flightsim.to. However, there does come a handful of liveries that you do get when you download the helicopter. The helicopter does not have all the crazy bells and whistles that you will find on the H145. This helicopter doesn't have all the bells and whistles that you will find with the H145. However, I don't believe that should be a deciding factor if you want to pick up this helicopter. However, the interior is very well modeled. It comes with many state-of-the-art systems that you would see in real-world H135s, and it does come with a GNS 50. Inside the interior, the helicopter is a little weirdly modeled in the back, and by the back I mean the passenger seats. I do feel like they should have different textures and models for these passenger seats because I just feel like they're very bare, and this is one of the points where I think Hype can improve upon this aircraft. I think they could add expansion packs like they have with the H145. I think with the H145, with all the expansion packs that they have, I think this would be a good fit for Hype to include with the H135. I think it'd be a great system for all the simmers, and I also think it would be it would bring a lot of revenue to the table for Hype. I do think they should come back and remaster this one and definitely check it back into their design studio. And I think they could make some amazing things happen with this helicopter. One thing that does bug me about this helicopter is the sound of it. Although it does sound a little wonky, I did find a nice pack on flightsim.to on the website, and it makes the helicopter sound amazing. Another thing that really does bug me is the control schemes for this helicopter. And by control schemes, I mean methods of controlling the helicopter. What I mean about control devices is this is kind of a weird helicopter to fly with the keyboard and mouse. Personally, I use a Airbus TCA side stick. I'll put a picture of that just to kind of show you what I'm looking at. I use the TCA side stick and the little knob at the bottom. I use that as a collective. I know in today's age, going in the marketplace and trying to find a nice helicopter sim layout is kind of difficult. I've looked myself, and the only things that are really pop out is full-fledged sims. And if you're just the average gamer like I am, why are you going to pay thousands of dollars for this just to play a game at the end of the day? So that's one thing that does bug me. However, my TCA side stick, I haven't had an issue with it. It actually flies very nicely, and honestly, for $60, $70, $80 sometimes, I think the TCA side stick is one of the best systems to use to fly the helicopters. The flight model actually works very well. For this being one of the earlier helicopters designed, they had to make kind of their own flight system. And the flight system, I do believe, works very well even for it to be in 2023. I've flown different helicopters and they use different flight systems. However, I think this one is the best that Microsoft Flight Sim offers and Hype offers. The OEM flight system that Microsoft uses for their default helicopters that they introduced in the Anniversary Edition is absolute garbage in my opinion. I really believe this helicopter has a lot of potential to be something greater than it already is. However, I just believe Hype needs to take an extra step and do that. Like I said, I think this H135 could have a freeware model, and it also could be great just like the H145. We'll see what the future has in store for us. It's early 2023, and you never know. So far, I definitely want to say Hype has done a great job on these helicopters. As we're talking about the H135, I think this is, honestly, they did so amazing on this helicopter. The experience of flying this helicopter can be great for a beginner or an experienced flight simmer. Getting this helicopter up and ready to go is also very easy. However, if you do change the difficulties within the tablets, you can find a more difficult control scheme for more advanced flight simmers if you want a more real-world experience. All in all, I know this review wasn't all crazy, all that. I just want to put my 2 cents out there. However, all in all, the H135, given the price tag, honestly is amazing. You do not know how important the helicopters are for the flight simming ecosystem, and I really do think that Hype absolutely knocked it out of the park. You honestly do not know how hard it is to create an aircraft for a game, and these guys just have absolutely knocked it out of the park. And so for the price tag, I can happily say this is a very, very good aircraft, and you should go pick it up immediately. Like I said, I will include it in the description, and I will include a link. However, I do want to thank everybody for joining me today. This is just a small little review, and I do appreciate you joining me tonight. And tonight, I mean, it is currently about 9 o'clock where I live, so if you're watching this wherever you are, thank you for joining me wherever you are for my little pep talk, my TED talk, whatever you might think this is. But I just want to put my 2 cents in and give my honest opinion on this Hype helicopter. Please do not forget to subscribe and like the video, as that directly supports the channel 100%. When you subscribe and like this video, you will also be notified in the future of more Hype Performance Group helicopter videos that I post, which will be a lot, by the way. However, I do thank you guys again for joining me today. Thank you all so much for joining me, and have a great night. Hey everybody, this is just a little post-production commentary sort of kind of thing. I just wanted to thank you all for watching this video. I do appreciate you if you did get to this point. I also did want to mention, I actually was just getting over COVID in this video, and so I might sound a little sick or a little wheezy, so I do apologize. However, I do appreciate your sincerity in sticking around to finish out the video. However, with that being said, I highly suggest you subscribe and make sure you leave a like on the video. It does show me 100% that everything you guys are doing is directly supporting the channel. And as a new YouTuber, I definitely want to make you guys happy, and in turn, if you guys can give a little support, I would sincerely appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great night, and hope to see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.